watching Let's Chat.
I mentioned a few moments ago, how would you like to be a master gardener, or at the very least, master your own garden? A lot of us would, we just don't have that green thumb, or so we think. Here's a guy who might be able to tell us otherwise. It is Carlton Mathis. Carlton is president of the Master Garden HC, correct?
That's correct.
Good to see you, Carlton.
Thanks for having me.
Becoming a master gardener, a lot of work, a lot of dedication. How long have you been doing this?
I became a master gardener in 2011.
What did you have to go through to get to the master gardener level?
Every January we have a class where we train the master gardeners. It's a 15-week class, and part of the master gardeners, we're affiliated with the University of Tennessee Extension Service, and part of our mandate is after you complete the course, you're required to put in 40 hours of volunteer work.
Right.
The Master Gardeners of Hamilton County is a volunteer organization.
And you guys have had a tremendous influence on gardeners going back years. Some people have that green thumb. Some people, like me, absolutely do not. What are folks going to experience as they take this class coming up this time around?
Well, the first thing you're going to learn in this class is to not to be afraid to fail. Some plants will live, some will die.
Right.
But you have to have a plan and just to keep at it. If you put the plant in the right location and give it the right nutrients, the right support system, it will do fine.
Well, so you say, but there's a lot of folks who would argue that point with you, but you're going to let them, or you're going to help them find out the difference between this plant works well in this region, maybe this one doesn't. Maybe this one gets a little bit more sunshine in your yard where it prefers shade.
Yeah, and we at Master Gardeners, we do try to push native plants, because if you use native plants, native azaleas, native flowers, native pollinators, you will be more successful.
What kind of demonstrations are you going to be doing?
Well, at the Master Your Garden Expo that we're having the April 9th and 10th, this weekend coming up, we're going to have 14 different classes. And one of the focuses of this expo is for the people in East Brainerd, 58 Highway, North Georgia, that lost a lot of trees, mature trees, during the Easter tornadoes 2 years ago. We have classes to help you replace those with native trees or other landscaping. So if you've lost trees, come out to the expo, attend some of our classes, and get some information.
By and large, what is a plant or a shrub that will thrive in this area? And I know that's painting with a broad brush.
It is.
Give us an example of one or two that, usually speaking, you'll be able to keep these going.
Well, when it comes to pollinators, things like, black-eyed Susans and coneflowers, they'll do fine in this area, and even zinnias. One of our vendors is the azalea farm, and they're going to, they have native azaleas.
Right.
So if you have a native azalea and you like the azalea plants in your landscaping, you'll be very successful with those.
And you're going to have a bunch of vendors out there this weekend.
We're going to have 51 vendors, mostly garden-related items. In addition to the vendors and the 14 classes over 2 days, we also have master gardeners who have demonstration booths. That's with composting, rain barrels, raised beds, and even we have a butterfly exhibit this year. A lady she grows butterflies as an exhibit.
What do we have to do to get signed up?
For the master gardeners, you have to, get on our website, mghc.org. Mm-hmm. We have a waiting list that's started already.
Wow.
This is the waiting list of the people who didn't get in the 2022 class. We're going to graduate 49 master gardeners in May.
Wow.
So next January, we're starting the class.
Good for you. That's incredible. Again, the website is mghc.org. mghc.org. That'll tell you everything you need to know. Carlton, thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate it. You know how to dance?
A little bit.
Do you? Well, we're going to find out just how well our next guest can dance. You've seen her here in the studio. You've seen her on the sidelines. Angela Morian, straight ahead on Let's Chat.